Welcome to this week's episode of Work and Travel TV. I'm Leah Bolton, and this is the show that helps adventurous types like you see the world and make money at the same time.
Oh yeah!
In today's episode of Work and Travel TV, we'll get to hear from a travel expert on working as a production manager for entertainment tours all over the world. Also, we will explore the newest addition to the Travel Toolbox, a great site and tool where you can search for some of the coolest jobs out there. And today's travel tip is how to organize your trips, including all of the details, into one master online itinerary. This week's question is sent in by Chippo. He asked, I'm in my mid-60s and I want to find work and travel jobs. Any ideas? Well, off the top of my head, there are many things you can do. It all depends on your interests and your experience, of course. One possible option that comes to mind is working as a gentleman host for the cruise lines. Ships will hire older gentlemen to come on board and attend the parties in the ballroom, so you're pretty much paid to have fun. Your main job is to ask single ladies to dance. And yes, that's actually a job. So knowing a few different types of ballroom dance really helps. That's just one suggestion. Again, it depends on what your interests are and where your skills lie. If you're interested in more info, resume tips, job descriptions, and links to getting a cruise ship job, you might want to invest into the guide, How to Work on a Cruise. Liz is the gal that will give you all the resources to get there. If you have a question about working and traveling as well, please feel free to submit your questions through the Ask Leah page through the tab at the top.
Travel tips.
Today's travel tip, how to organize your trips, including all of the details, into one master online itinerary. Using the internet to make travel plans and organizing the details is difficult and time-consuming. And the problem is getting worse as more people choose to make their own travel plans and as online travel options continue to multiply. So a group of people in Silicon Valley have come up with a very efficient system for us. It's called TripIt. TripIt turns chaos into order by making it easy for anyone to 1. Organize trip details into one master online itinerary, even if arrangements are booked at multiple travel sites. 2. Automatically include maps, directions, and weather in their master itinerary. 3. Have the option to book restaurants, theater tickets, activities, and more right from within the online itinerary. And lastly, safely access travel plans online, share them, check in for flights, or print an itinerary. And as an avid traveler myself, I think it's a great tool. And now it's time to check in with our latest expert, someone like you and I who has experienced a work and travel journey out there in the world. Today on Work and Travel TV, a former tour production manager in the entertainment industry, T. Crane. T, thanks for joining me on today's show.
Thank you for having me, Leah. It's wonderful to be here.
T, tell me a bit about being a tour production manager. What's involved in your job?
Well, my job was basically to ensure the travel arrangements for the artists as well as for the crew, to oversee the setup of the venue, to oversee the show when it operated, and the strike and the loadout of the venue, and then traveling to the next town that we were going to.
So tell me about the different places you've traveled to.
I've traveled all across Europe, all across North America, the US and Canada.
How did you first become a tour manager? How did it all work out? Did you take courses?
Well, it was accidental, actually. My roommate came home and he needed some extra help at the University Theatre and asked me if I would help him, so I did. And I really enjoyed what I was doing, so I developed an interest in that and pursued it further.
There's the importance of networking. What kind of advice can you give to the people out there who are interested in following the same path?
Well, one very good way to see if this is actually your kind of lifestyle is volunteer at some festivals, some music festivals, jazz festivals, folk festivals, and get some time on the stage and get some experience there. And if you enjoy that, then maybe get onto a crew service and start taking some courses at college or at university in audio or lighting.
Very good suggestion. So T, tell me about some of the pros and cons involved with your job.
Well, the pros are you get to travel and you get to see the world, meet a lot of really cool people, and there's nothing like getting paid to throw a big party. So I really enjoyed and got a real kick out of the concert going off and everybody having a great time. The cons, if you want to call it a con, is you work very, very hard. But you have a great team and you get along together, and there's nothing like a really beautiful team in the way that it can work together. So even the cons are a benefit to a certain degree. It teaches you good teamwork and a lot of hard work, but a lot of fun too.
Definitely a payoff. Gotta have fun. Well, T, thanks again for joining us on this week's episode of Work and Travel TV. It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me, Leah.
The Travel Toolbox.
Today we'll be taking a look at simplyhired.com, a search engine that is building the largest online database of jobs on the planet. Not only do they make it easy to find jobs, they also give you the breakdown on average salaries within that country. Head on over to the Travel Toolbox page. The latest site will be posted with a link at the top of the list. Here we go. So click on Simply Hired. It's going to take you to Simply Hired Canada because that's where I live. You can change your location at the bottom of the page by clicking on any of the countries there. I'm going to just take a simple search here. I'm going to search for clown because I feel like being a clown today. Now the location I'm going to leave blank because anywhere in Canada is good. All right, so here we go, some clown jobs for you. Some of the posts are in French. They're in French and English. You can specify by clicking French or English over here. I'm going to go with English. Okay, so there's some more clown jobs there. I'm going to try another search quickly. Stage manager. Okay. There you go. Again, you can specify location, different province, different territory, different state, that type of thing as well if you want to get more specific. As well, I can change the language, and there are other criteria I can change as well. Date posted, title, company, job type, education, and experience. So again, English, as simple as that. Simply Hired. You can find some of the coolest jobs around and really easy to use. So there you go. You can find this site in the Travel Toolbox page where it continues to grow every episode. Work and Travel TV will be your one-stop shop for all of your travel tips and landing that travel job. That's it for today's episode of Work and Travel TV, the show that helps adventurous types like you see the world and make money at the same time. In the next episode of Work and Travel TV, we'll be speaking with an expert who worked as an executive chef traveling around the world. And we'll have a new addition to the Travel Toolbox as well as another useful travel tip for your journeys. We're here to give you the ins and the outs to help you find that perfect job out there. I'm Leah Bolton, and thanks for watching.